we got together and we basically said, let's select the people that are in the community that are doing it right based on our standards. And we went through that, which may sound kind of tainted, but we thought about it is who are the people that are making a difference in other people's lives. And that's really where I think it all started. And then there was a committee that got together and put it and said, okay, let's build it. So the votes, we put information out, find out who's interested, what's going on, package it together. We solicited the information from our participants and the independent business leaders, and then the board got back together, we voted on it, and here we go. Fair enough? Okay. So the first award tonight is for the Independent Business of the Year. And interesting enough, I think that independent businesses are the heart and soul of our community. They are the namesake and the impetus of our organization, Independent Business Leaders. And interesting for me about that is whether you work for a larger company or not, you can still be an independent business leader depending on how you interact and what you do, as seen by Rita and some of our other friends. The entrepreneurs that spirit that fuels things that we do. If you think about it every day, because particularly if you're an independent business owner, my friends here that have been in business for 20, 25 years and you're kind of doing your own thing, every day you don't have to go to work. I mean, if you want to keep your house and your car and everything else you do, but at some point, right, it's just about you got to get up and say, it's me, it's go time, I got to do this. And so I think it's really an exciting thing for me in terms of being involved and looking for the independent businesses in terms of what's available. You also look at our community, and if you really look at it, we do have a lot of independent business leaders here. Whether you're involved in the IBL or you're involved in any other organization, absolutely. So the ones that choose to be involved and reach out are the ones that we were looking for. This year, the IBL has selected 5 outstanding candidates to consider for the honor of Independent Business of the Year. So I will go ahead and announce the 5, and then we actually have an envelope, and we'll get going forward. So this year, the committee, we selected Liberty Valley Doors, Big Four Rents, Check Center, and the winner is Big Four Rents. All right. Do we have a representative? Come on out. Come on down.
Come on.
Yeah. Well, wow, thanks. It's an honor and a surprise, but definitely an honor, especially considering the group of folks who are here. And like Aaron said, this community is just incredible. We moved here in 1991. My name's Rob, and it's my wife Kim, and her father used to own Big Four Rents, and then he was offered a job, or offered to buy it out by Hertz in 1998. So. We saw a need to bring sort of a family and community-oriented business back, and so we had an opportunity, along with her sister, to purchase it. We have 2 locations, and getting into this group, it was just almost a no-brainer. That's how we run our business. We are into almost every school. Our kids have done sports, scouting, even the sports that we don't have kids or we're not associated with. It's been huge because the youth is who's going to take care of us when we get older. And I really, appreciated them. I'm overwhelmed, but this is an incredible community, and I don't want to talk too much, then we get worked up. But I really appreciate everybody that voted for us and nominated us. Thanks.
Next, we're going to ask Jim to come on up, and he will go ahead and talk about the next category.
Roanoke Park is blessed to have a great variety of large corporate businesses in our community, supplying our residents with all kinds of goods and services. These businesses, although large and connected to other businesses outside our community, have an incredible impact in our lives and in our city. In Roanoke Park, these businesses have not been cold and abstract, but have been made personal and real through the people who run them, many of them who live and play in Roanoke Park. These companies have become a part of community through a great amount of economic and community development they engage in. The 2010 nominees for Corporate Business of the Year are Redwood Credit Union, Cotting Enterprises, Grocery Outlet, Costco, and Oliver's Market. Actually, get a little bit. Okay, so probably unprecedented, but we have a tie in this category. Two amazing companies. We've got a tie with Costco and Grocery Outlet.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I'm Maria, and I work for the Costco here in Roanoke Park. I've been with the company since 1986. I started off working in Santa Rosa. We've been here since 2002? Yes. Yeah, 2002, sorry. And it's been a pleasure for us to be in this community. We have a lot of great members. We have a great rapport with our community through our representative here, Rita, and I'd just like to thank everybody, and thank you very much.
Never won anything like this before. Been with Grocery Outlet for 26 years, and I've never won anything like this before, so this is a real honor for me. Without family and without the people behind you, you can't do it in the community that you live in. I don't raise children in this community, but I support all the little guys that we have, and I support all of our activities that we do, and if it wasn't for everybody in the community, we wouldn't have one. And I just want to thank you for this honor, because this is really an honor for us. So thank you.
Next presenter is Tony. Come on, Tony.
All right, well, it's really an honor to be presenting tonight for the Business Person of the Year. It's just a real privilege for me with the outstanding group of folks that we have in this community, in this room, and the nominees. So real quick, everybody got a brochure, and we paid for these, so let's pull them out and take a look. I want to read them. Spend money on them, don't just take them home and throw them away. But the purpose of the IBL, this kind of, oh, and I'm sorry, Aaron and Gerard, I completely got away from the script and notes. And I just want to take a second, because this really jumped out at me when I read this and the category that I'm presenting tonight. And I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. IBL's purpose, to establish a tangible bond between business, education, nonprofit, and collegiate endeavors in our community. To provide a platform where these assets can stand together and create a healthy and prosperous business, education, and nonprofit environment. When I look around the room and the nominees, you folks are just incredible. I mean, you people that are in business, running businesses, working for businesses, and the time that you folks are spending out in the community, trying to make the community better, trying to make Roanoke Park better, Cotati, Sonoma County, is just really outstanding to me. So, I also just jotted down a few things that the nominees are involved in. This is a short list. 2030 Club, Rohnert Park and Cotati Chambers, the Rotary Clubs, Sonoma Smiles, youth sports groups, a number of PTA organizations, Rebuilding Together, Education Foundation, SCADE, and ministry work at the San Quentin Prison. And again, that's only just a few of the items. So it's just, for me, that's just incredible. So, all right. Well, now that I changed my notes. Sorry, guys. Okay, so the nominees tonight for the Business Person of the Year, Wayne Sutton, Doug King and Mary Tuba, Peggy Wyman, Paula Reinhold, okay, based on the applause, so far that's the highest one, so one more to go. Let's see if we can top it. Tommy Sullivan. Business person. Business person. Business person. And the winner is Doug King and Mary Tuba.
Congratulations. Congratulations. That's very good. Thank you.
Wow. This is really cool. I wish I was a little more surprised. When Doug and I started this business almost 11 years ago, we're Crown Trophy is our business, so we kind of knew ahead of time what we were doing. I was going through a midlife crisis and needing a career change and looking for opportunities, and I had been spoiled and always been able to work in the community and did not want to commute. And as we were researching opportunities, I discovered this business opportunity. And what attracted us to it was that I said, wow, because I'd always been in Rotary and done all these things, and it's like, well, from a business standpoint, this is something we could get involved with that touches the lives of all the kids and everybody. Everybody needs awards, and we can still be sweating it, running our business, but help support and encourage the people that we care about through our business. So like most of you, we just go about the day, every day trying to make a living, but trying to do whatever we can, when we can, to support the others in the community. And this means a ton to us because you don't think, like most of you, sometimes you wonder if anybody notices what you do because you're not out tooting your horn, you're just doing what you can when you can to help. And to be recognized like this means everything. Thank you very, very much.
Judy, come on up, next one.
Hi, I'm Judy Jones. Can I just say it's a great honor to be able to present the Nonprofit of the Year Award. This was a tough category. You know, in these trying economic times, our local nonprofits have really had to step up and provide even more assistance to the less fortunate, our schools, pretty much everybody in the community that needs it. They distribute books, financial aid, food, comfort, and counseling to our children and to those in the community that really need it. These organizations touch every aspect of our lives, and they're made up of our neighbors and our families. The great Roman orator and Senator Cicero once said, "We were born to unite with our fellow man and to join in the community with our human race." The following Rohnert Park nonprofits have also joined in the community, but not only that, they've joined our community with a glue called compassion. So with that, the IBL is really proud to announce the nominees for the following award, the 2010 Nonprofit of the Year. The Education Foundation of Cotati Rohnert Park. SCADE, Sonoma County Adult and Youth Development. The Boys and Girls Club. The Jewish Community Free Clinic. And NOAA, Neighbors Organized Against Hunger. And the winner is the Education Foundation of Cotati Rohnert Park.
This is great, thank you so much. Wow, I need to bring my board up here. Come on up, all of you. They're not all here tonight, but I have most of them here. So Debbie, Bill, Jim, Carrie, Chris, Dan, Barbara. Thank you so much. This is really exciting for our whole entire board. First of all, I want to share this award with the other nonprofits, the Boys and Girls Club, SCADE, Jewish Community Free Clinic, and NOAA, because as far as I'm concerned, not only do you nonprofits deserve this award, but everyone in this room deserves this award too, because you've all done such a great job for our community. So, you know, give a hand for all of you too. We've been around since 1983. We're probably one of the oldest nonprofits here in Rohnert Park, and to date we've raised about, well, probably over $950,000, nearly $1 million. It seems like a lot of money. I mean, it is. Every year teachers ask for grants. They write us grants, and over $100,000 come in grants. And unfortunately, we just can't fulfill all of these grants. We can't do it. We don't have enough money to do it. Last year we granted probably $46,000. Seems like a lot, but it's still not quite enough to fulfill these grants. So this year our goal is to fulfill every grant that the teachers, they send us the grants. We want to fulfill all these. So that's our goal. We need your help to do this. We hope that you come to our Sharing of the Green, which is our biggest fundraiser, March 19th. Sorry I had to plug that. I'd like to also thank the teachers and principals that are here tonight. Would you stand up and give us a wave? Because thank you. You know what? Our children are precious gifts, and without you, we couldn't get anywhere. So thank you so much. I'm probably forgetting something, but anyway, thank you so much. Thank you. We really appreciate this award. Thank you. And thank you to my board. I love you guys. I couldn't do it without you.
We also wanted to do some recognition. We're again trying to build the bond in the community and really reaching out to Sonoma State. So we'd like to have Gerard come up, if you would please.
Gerard.
Okay, we're going to do a little interactive presentation, so everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. So, one of my favorite movies was The Wizard of Oz. Right? Everybody likes The Wizard of Oz. And at the end of The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy does an affirmation in the Emerald City, right? She wants to go home. So she has to wish for it. So we're not in the Emerald City, but we're in the Green Village, right? So close. So we're going to do a little affirmation.
So we're going to close our eyes and we're going to tap our heels 3 times and we're going to say these 3, or this sentence. We live in a college town. Okay? You ready? So everyone close your eyes, tap your heels. We live in a college town. We live in a college town. We live in a college town. Okay, open your eyes. Guess what? Roanoke Park is a college town. You can sit down now. When I first came to this town, I had no idea that Roanoke Park was a college town. Right? I didn't see anybody from the university. And all of a sudden, wow, I go to my Rotary Club. There's this guy named Carlos Pena, and he's at my Rotary Club. And then I go to the Chamber Board, Katati, and he's there again. And then I go to the Farmers Market, and he's there. Then I go to the Kids Day Parade, and he's in the mascot outfit. And then I go, and everywhere I go, I see Carlos. And he invites me to the university. And I think I've been to the university only the times that Carlos has invited me to the university, and I've lived here for 12 years. So it was just an amazing thing and an amazing amount of outreach that he did, getting people to know about the university, in particular athletics. He's gone around and he must have visited 100 businesses in Katati and Roanoke Park, extolling the values of the university and the athletic department in particular. And it's just been a wonderful experience getting to know him. He's participated in all of our IBL events, and he really has identified the university with this town like no other member of the university has done. And I see a lot of heads shaking in the room, so I know you all know that that's true. So without further ado, I would like to present the 2010 University Award to Carlos Pena and the athletic department. And this is a lot of fun for me if you haven't guessed it.
Well, thank you, Gerard, for the very kind words. Thank you, Aaron. Not much words, but first and foremost, I want to thank everybody. Actually, the most important thing I need to thank is I want to thank a special thank from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank my wife, Angie Pena, for all the support, for all the spontaneous and wacky things she sees me do at the university, always asking me, is that your description? Is that your description? I said, no, Angie, I'm building it. Give me a little space, give me a little time. So she's there, and I thank her for all the support. As Jordan indicated, we are about to complete 2 years here in Roanoke Park. I was a student 19 years ago. I was a former student body president in 1994 when I left. When I've come back then there was no athletic awareness. I was a college baseball player from Southern California when I transferred. And when I saw some staff there, back when we had football, the good old football days and so forth, I was involved with every given club that you could say on campus. I was a fraternity person. I was with Christian Fellowship, every given club. I did a sightseeing tour because nothing was actually fitting for me. So I said, okay, let me try this, let me try this, let me try this. So along the route, I got a chance to meet everybody. But what I I came from Southern California. I came to Roanoke Park back in the early 90s, and obviously we didn't have M section, we didn't have anything across the university. We had cow pastures, and for me it was a kind of different feel coming from the East LA area where I was from, accustomed to all the sirens and sirens and so forth to cows and far off pastures. What made a difference on me? It made an impact on me. It's the place that I wanted to stay. I don't know why, but I wanted to stay. Now I was supposed to play ball at Long Beach, but I ended up seeing that there was no athletic awareness back then. So I left in '94. I was gone for about 19 years, and I've come back. I want to thank the president, Dr. Ruben Armiñana, and the vice president, Larry Schlereth, my boss, who gave me the opportunity to come back and said, Carlos, there's an opportunity. Would you like to come and make a difference? And that's where I hold dearly, to come make a difference. And what I seen was that I come back after 19 years. Some things have changed. Some things haven't changed. We have Taco Bell. We have a whole facility right across the street and so forth. And nothing has really improved on campus in terms of athletic facilities. And I say, okay, well, why not? So what I started doing is started going into the neighborhoods, into the businesses. And yes, I'm up to about 196 businesses, just locally between Cotati and Rohnert Park, not to mention parts of Santa Rosa. Find out why. What are we doing? I was able to stumble upon IBL, the Rohnert Park Chamber, the Cotati Chamber, and just to get an idea and feedback where we're at. Why isn't there that engagement? Everybody echoes the same thing. Disconnect. We're not part of that. Why hasn't anybody from Sonoma State come out here? I don't understand why. We have great athletic teams. I've come back and we have nationally ranked teams. Our baseball team is a powerhouse. Our volleyball team is nationally ranked. Our basketball teams are out there. Our national championship 2009 golf team won the national championship, Division II. They came back and nobody applauded them. Nobody was there. We couldn't even have a ticker tape parade for 2 blocks or anything like that. And I just started asking why. And not only that, what I stumbled upon was the businesses. What I'm positive and I'm glad to say is that all you, from Holly from the Check Center, to Sherry, to the grocery outlet, to Brad from RPM, Tony Maestri, many of the individuals, to Mickey from the Boys and Girls Club, and the other nonprofit groups, there's a lot, what I call love. There is a lot of support. You guys are there. You guys want to get involved. We have 3,300 students living on campus, what I say. And everybody says, Carlos, how do we engage? How do we do it? I go, I don't know why. Has nobody come out here? Let me provide ways. Let me get you on campus. Let me show you. Let me provide the opportunities. Let me bring you students. Let me create a club to make it happen. And now, I mean, from Chilean wheels to turkey bowls to farmers markets to salsa tasting contests to senior citizen holiday parties, from every given event, we're out there. Yes, sometimes I do wear the mascot because I can't get a student. So, Kentucky Kids Parade, that was me. And by the way, the mascot, the sea wolf, his name is Lobo. And we branded that at the farmer's market. But it's little things like that. Now my colleagues see it because you guys are our support. We have hundreds and hundreds of kids in the youth organizations that want to get involved, that want to see college athletes. And we have a jam. I mean, alone in athletics, there's much more so. We need to engage, and I'm doing whatever I can. I'm very passionate to do whatever I can to get out there, to walk, to hit the pavement, to be involved. I have many business cards here, so I give them all away tonight. I do athletic marketing, and I also do corporate sponsorships. So please, let's get engaged, let's get involved. And I thank you all. Thank you for many individuals that I've been associated with, city council people, Rohnert Park, Cotati, and Greg Beaton. I know I owe you a sign. We're still working on a sign. But thanks again. Thanks again. Again, I just want to thank my wife. Thank you for this humble prize. Thanks.
We talked a little bit about what we try to do from IBL in terms of giving back. And this year, the IBL, we got together and we tried to focus back on the youth a little bit, back in the schools. We know that there needs some help there, obviously, and obviously helping out with great organizations. This year, we actually were able to, I don't know if you know or not, but there's a little football high school next to us that did a great job in football this year. They didn't have anything, like you said, to what was going to happen, so a phone call was made on, I think it was Sunday afternoon. By Monday, we had a conversation with every board member. By Thursday, we had a dinner and fed 300 people. Took care of the whole team. We bought them dinner, brought them over to the University of Sports. Thanks for good help to Gerard and everybody put it together. Mark from Innovative Screen Printing, and everybody came out and helped out. I mean, great. Just the ability to do that was solid. And just seeing the kids was really good. We know that realistically our kids are our future. We get it, right? And I wish, if you're a doctor, I apologize, but I wish the teachers made as much money as doctors. I think the reality is they have their futures. That's great. So we did a little secret undercover checking out, see what's going on. We asked the kids to come by and say, what's missing? What can we do? They didn't want books for some reason. We couldn't figure that out. But we know the value of University of Sports. In particular, we always talk about how important it is for these kids to play, to be active. Partially just to say to teachers from sanity time, please go out and play. And then we found out that unfortunately, with budget cuts, there wasn't quite enough equipment necessarily to go around. So this year, the IBL board, we got together and we came up with what we think is a pretty good idea. So what we'd like to do is actually, we've got some representatives from Margarita Hahn, Evergreen, Monte Vista, Thomas Page, John Reed, and Waldo Rohnert. So let's see, we got Bonnie Barron, you mind coming on up? Dean from Evergreen, come on up. April, you're gonna help us out, right, with Monte Vista and Thomas Page, yeah? Amy, with John Reed. Oh, and also Water Works, great, okay. So what we decided was we wanted, IBL would like to have a little fun too, so we thought it would be kind of fun, so we've decided what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna ask you guys to line up. We need 2 of you here and 2 of you over here. You're gonna face each other, that's okay. I'll make it fair too.
Absolutely. A little dodgeball, why not, right? We're not going to play tonight, but what we did, well, actually, just because this photo, why not? We decided what we wanted to do is to allow the kids, to help them to play, is we put an order together, and we actually got enough for every school to get 20 brand new balls. I decided rather than having my staff and everybody blow these up and have these all over the place, we're gonna deliver them to your school for you. So. I don't think they're gonna put in your car or whatever. Anybody want to say anything? Come on.
I'll speak on behalf of my colleagues. I don't think they'll mind. We really appreciate the support of the community here for our schools. We're a pretty tight organization. We work together, and you know, we do our best, and we know that you're there behind us and helping us. We especially thank the Education Foundation for all of their support for the schools, because we work in partnership with them. So thank you.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, you of all people.
Oh, dang. All right.
Have a ball, right?
Thank you. Should we use that as a weapon?
Yeah.
The next award we'd like to give out, we're going to ask Lieutenant Vince Amato to come up.
First of all, I really would like to thank Aaron and Gerard and the independent business leaders of Rohnert Park for putting on this event. It's very important to recognize people and businesses in this community that make our lives a little bit easier, a little bit better, and a little bit safer. So thank you very, very much, gentlemen, for putting this event on. As the acting chief of police this month, I was tasked with trying to find an officer to accept this award. And going through the list was no easy thing, because I believe all our officers do a great job in supporting and protecting the community that we live in. But one officer to me stood out more than any of the rest of them. Officer Becker began his career with the Department of Public Safety as a reserve officer in February of 1990, and becoming a public safety officer September 1st of 1990. Officer Becker's file contains numerous commendations from both citizens and his supervisors for the great job that he does. He thoroughly embraces the philosophy of community policing and handles incidents in a manner consistent with the department expectations. Officer Becker is also involved with many organizations, one in particular being a member since its inception as chairperson of the Law Enforcement Volunteer Committee. As many of you know who live in Rohnert Park around Christmas time, the Rohnert Park Public Safety Officers Association has a sleigh that goes through all the neighborhoods in our community. Officer Becker every year has volunteered to be Santa Claus on his own time. So, the man is saying, "Oh, the sleigh is Officer Becker." I would have to say it's unfortunate in the Bay Area that it seems to be that law enforcement and suspects are engaging one another in gunplay, and it's very, very unfortunate. If you've been reading in the newspaper that officers and suspects have been confronting one another with firearms almost now on a weekly basis. Which brings me to this story. On November 30th, 2010, Rohnert Park Public Safety Officers were dispatched to McDonald's restaurant on Commerce Boulevard in Rohnert Park regarding a subject wanted on a felony warrant. The suspect tried to get Public Safety Officer Dean Becker to shoot him. The subject fled from PSO Becker while reaching his waistband and then he turned towards PSO Becker while pulling his hands out and lifting it up towards PSO Becker as though he had a gun. PSO Becker was able to recognize that the subject did not have anything in his hand, even though he was being confronted with a potentially deadly situation. Officer Becker instead ordered the suspect to lie down on the ground at gunpoint, which the suspect started to do, and then the suspect became uncooperative again and tried to get up. Officer Becker deployed his taser into the suspect, and another officer arrived and were able to get the subject into custody. On the way to county jail, the suspect told Officer Becker he was trying to get him to shoot him because he wanted to commit suicide by cop. PSO Becker should be commended for his amazing restraint he showed when he confronted with this potentially life-threatening situation, and his ability to recognize that the subject did not have a gun and react accordingly to this split-second decision. This subject is still alive and will have the opportunity to seek help for his problems and due to the outstanding work by PSO Becker. So it's with great honor I present to you Officer Dean Becker.
Thank you very much for this honor tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm going to date myself here, 1981, perhaps 1982, I came out to Roanoke Park to visit a friend of mine here. And I fell in love with this city. I couldn't believe it. And little did I know, a few years later, I became a cop in the city. And I've loved it ever since. I used to say that if I won the lottery, I would still do this job. Today it might be a little bit different. Okay? But I love this job, I love this community. And when you all get to sleep, I'm out there working, trying to protect you and your families. And I love it, doing it every day and every night. Who really deserves this, I think, right now, is my wife for putting up with me. Yeah. Again, thank you. And like the city logo says, this is the friendless city, and it always will be. Thank you very much. Tough act to follow. I guess what I'd like to do is just remember that everything that we do in the community is supported by each other. Tonight, I'd like to thank our sponsors, the Shaw Group, Exchange Bank, Crown Trophy, Omega Capital, and University of Sports, and all of you for being here. So I really appreciate the support. Definitely a big thank you to the board and the group that really worked hard on this. Judy Jones, Gerard, John McDonald, Ken Mason, Tom Jackson. Great job.